Good morning and welcome to Stamping and Crafting with Cheryl Diana. Today I'm going to show you some of our kits that are suitable for using with children, especially as the Easter school holidays are coming up. So let me just show you the kits. So we have two kits that are really suitable for children. We have the Best Remedy set kit that comes with all this. So we have instructions, which is always very, very helpful. We have push out papers. We have white labels. We have some more push out papers. We have this embossed paper, one of those. And in this kit, the images are already coloured in, which is ideal for children. And then we have 3 different types of card bases. So we have a green one, a blue one, and a stripy one. And they come with matching envelopes, like so. Just put those to one side. Also in a kit, you get foam pads, glue dots, embellishments, a stamp set, and a block, acrylic block, which is smaller than our standard ones, and an ink spot. This one is Starry Sky. And by following the instructions, you can make a card like this with its matching envelope. One like this with this matching envelope. And finally, one like this with the green matching envelope. So I'm going to show you how to do one of these, and then I'm going to show you how we can upscale it by adding in extra products or things you've got hanging around the house. So I'm going to do the mouse one because it's pink. So I need one of these labels. I need a mouse. Oops, it's a tail. I need the pink one and the yellow dotty one. Put the rest away. And move that to one side. So by following the instructions, so as you can see, we've got very clear instructions for both, well, for all 3 cards. And we have a measure down the side. So we have centimetres this end and inches going that way. So we don't even need to have a tape to measure. So it says we need our stamping spot. We need out the way, our block. We need the ice cream is the best remedy, because ice cream is good for everything. So I'm going to just put that onto the block. And it says what we need to do is these little dots, if you see them on here, is where we put the glue dots. So I need those out. Got them already out. So first we're going to fold the card in half and burnish the end of it. Let's just move it up a bit so you can get rid of that. So you can actually see more. Up there. Everything's moved since I set it up first thing. Right, well that's better. It's better. So we're going to fold this in half and burnish it like so. Make sure we have it the right way around. And then we're going to add blue dots to the back of this. And what the easiest thing to do is, this is the one I want, I think, or do I want the other one? I need this one. Glue dots, glue dots, glue dots. Here we go. Glue dots. So I'm going to, this is one of the take your pick ends. So I'm just going to place the glue dot down there. Or we could have just used multi-purpose glue, but the whole idea is that you can use everything in the kit and you don't need anything else. So I'm just going to stick these down. Whoops. Top came off that glue dot. And I'll put one in the middle, top and bottom. So then we need to take the tops of them off. Oops. Off you come. Oops. Like so. And if you can't get them, you can always use your take a pick tool. Come on. Now I've used this set with my 4-year-old granddaughter because she wanted to make a get well card, and she did the majority of it on her own. But obviously, being a 4-year-old girl, she used a lot more embellishments than the instructions say, but that's fine. So I'm just going to stick this in the middle like so. We need to put some more glue dots on this one. And I'm using a few more glue dots than the instructions. Now at the last count, which I did just before Christmas, we have over 20 kits in our kit collection. So there's loads that's suitable for everyone. So I'm going to put this a little bit to about there, I think. Now we need to stamp our sentiment. I'm getting my stamping pierce mat because then it means the stamp can actually bounce and give a bit. And I actually haven't used this stamping spot. I use my big ink pad. So we literally, there's just a little line here that we can score with some scissors. It should, yeah, opens up. And these are the ideal size if you've got children or if you're trying out a colour to see if you like it. So we're just going to ink the sentiment up. So if you can't afford the big ink pads, you can always get a reinker and a set of stamping spots. And these are ideal if you are going away because they don't take up as much space as that one. See, they're much smaller. Just dropped stamps. Right, so I've inked it up. It needs a little bit more. I still can't get rid of this cough. I've had it since November. But there is this thing going around that's a 100-day cough. And I can't remember how many days I've had it now. But it must be coming towards the end. So I'm just going to stamp this like so. There we go. Put that to one side. And then we're going to use the foam pads, dimensionals, to add these to the card. And they say 2 on this one, but I always think more's better. Plus you don't get it flapping about on the ends. And the mouse, little mouse, not even one in each ear. One for each of his feet and 2 for his middle. There we go. So I'm going to put, he needs to go about there, and this one needs to go about, that's all right. Like, you can have it go slightly, do we go slightly over like the instructions? No, I think I might have it slightly like that. To stick him down first, or her. Stick the mouse down. Oops, sticking to me. So you need to go about so and so. And then we can stick the sentiment. Like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another little tip. You can I'm not sure if I showed you this last week, but you can always run it across the ink pad. Now these are material ink pads, whereas the normal ones are more foam and got very sticky dimensionals. Right, let's just add a little bit of ink to the outsides, just to lift it that bit, because there's no matte layer behind it. It needs a little bit more. That's better. And then I can just stick that like so there. And then we can just pop on some dimensionals, not dimensionals, embellishments. So I'm going to do 2, 3, and then we do, oops, don't stick down there. Put that one, move that bit there, and the little one this up a bit. So there is my finished card. So now I'm going to show you how we can step it up. So we're going to be using, does he fit on that side, or is he a bigger one? Right, so we're going to be using the skunk. So I'm going to stick him on my ink pad, oh, stick him on my block. Whoops. And then what else have we got? We have got, we've got a sign that says, sorry, life stinks sometimes. Or there's one that says, even though this stinks. And then it says, well, that stinks. And then a little birdie told me you were under the weather. Feel better soon, and I'm here for you. So, as with all new stamps, I give them a quick clean on my stamping scrub. Just gets rid of anything the polymers may have picked up. Oops. So I'm going to stamp on here. What colour shall we have? Shall we have it? And I'm using the Retiring In colours today because they're only available while stocks last until the end of April. And then we'll be getting 5 new colours coming in, which I'll be able to share with you next week early, because the next annual catalogue is out. So I'm going to use black, my Memento black for his outline. Team that up nicely. And we're going to have him in the middle. I think I'm going to have him this side. Oops, leave my mat. I'm going to have him this side. You could always fussy cut him out if you wanted. I'm actually going to, now I'm going to colour him in using blends. So I'm going to sort of copy the picture that's in the instructions. So I need my greys, smoky grey, smoky slate, and I'm just going to just colour in where the shadows are going to be. You could always use the pencils or the white markers. I find it's easier to do the dark colour first and then the light going over it. That's okay. And then go over it with the light, blending it in. These do slightly bleed, so we don't always have to go right up to the edge of the outline. Let's just blend that in a bit more now. Oops. So we can build up. And so we can build up. As you can see, you can really see how clear the dark and the light is. So by blending them in, going over again, we can make it so it's not so much of a identified line. So you can see on that side where I've done it 3 coats, you can't really see it very much. So I'm just going to go over this one again. It's just, and in fact, if you wanted to, you could just use the light blender blend to colour it in rather than both, because each time you do it more, the colour gets more intense and darker. Right, so he needs his face doing and his tail, so let's do his tail. So I'll do his tail, I'll do a bit of a lighter colour. So I might just do one layer of the light. Like so. And then his face. Let's just check which bit's a lot of colour. So let's do this bit. And the back, oh, I'm actually going to go like that. So we're just going to colour him in like so. And we're going to do his muzzle bit. I'm going to go over that a couple of times. So it just stands out, so it's not so flat. So let's just go over it again. And just do one more. Okay. So you can see this is much darker than this one, and this is darker than that one. So I'm just going to do his ears, which are going to be pink, and we'll go for one of our new colours that came in during the colour refresh, and that is Bubble Bath, and it's really lovely girly pink. So it's going to have pink inside ears. There we go, and pink feet. And what I am going to do is, I was thinking, I'm just might put some pads on his feet. And maybe just a little bit, just make this bit darker. There we go. So you should be able to just see where I've just gone just a little bit darker. So now, what sentiment we're going to have? I think I'm going to put sentiment. I'm going to raise the sentiment up. So I'm thinking. There we go. I'm going to do, what's that one? I'm going to use, which sentiment shall I use? Life stinks. Well, that stinks. I think we'll use. Let's just give that a quick squeeze. Morning, Lisa. Glad you could join us. Right, so I'm going to go for the Starry Sky matte layer. So my sentiment's going to be in Starry Sky. Now I could use the Stampin' Spot. That will do. Or I could use my big pad. Oops. I'm going to find a scrap of white from when I was cutting my layers, and we'll just put that on there. So I think it's a bit skew-if. No, that's fine. And then I'm going to, have I got a scrap of Starry Sky? I've got a scrap of Starry Sky because I like matte layering my sentiments. So I'm going to quickly measure that. So I do 2.5 strips on my trimmer. I'll do it that way, it's easier. Let's just see how that's going to look. Yeah, it's going to be good. So I'm going to cut this down to, what was that, I think? Yeah. And that was 6.5, so this will be 7. Like so. Yeah, that'll fit in there nicely. Now I need something here. I need something here because I'm not keen on having lots of white space. So what can we do? We could. What I might do is I might put that up there, and it'll be an angle because we can have angles, and then do some. These are flowers, so I might do a couple of little flowers underneath. Do a couple of flowers. I need the smaller block. You could always use the block that comes with it. So I'm going to stamp those in to the black again. Just a couple, so 3, 2. I'm going to get on that side. No, 3. Those. And colour them in. So I'm going to have the pink flowers again. So we're bringing that colour across. So that's going to be a pink flower. And I'm just dotting this now. It's easier to colour in if it. Am I fine that way? I'll just do this little one. Oh, this one's easier just to do it in strokes. Now I'm going to use. I don't have that. I'm going to use. Oh, I do have the blends in those. Right, I'm going to use Parakeet Party for the leaves because this is a gorgeous green. It just lifts them. Like so, and then I think we will have. I've actually marked all my blends like so, so then I can actually see what they are. So I'm going to do. I like coming that way. I'm just going to do the shadow. And then colour in. Like so. It's good. I want to start sticking it up. So, and as you can see, when you use our blends, it will come through the cardstock. So let's glue this onto the matte layer. If you've got any other if you have any other sentiments, you can always use those. So I've already got a basic white thick cardstock card base. Just going to store that, and that will fit on. I do like that blue with those. And then add it like so. Sentiment, just put that to dry. Sentiment. Like so. I'm gonna do it at an angle. Decided. And all it just needs just and then I'm gonna do that like that. So I'm gonna raise that up. put that like so. And then embellishments, I'm going to use the flower ones and just stick, whoops, the top decided to stay, whoops, on the sheet, shift it down a bit. I need my tweezers for this because I didn't use my take your pick tool, which would have been easy. Whoops. Come on. I think these have got a bit of hole or something because the glue dot is not coming off with the flower. So, and you really need 3. Odd numbers always look good, so I'm probably going to put one up just up here. So that's one of our cards done. Everything moved down. Sorry. So that's everything that. And so that is how we can step up a card. We're using other bits and pieces. Now the other kit I've got, out of the way, is one for those that like robots. So again, we've got some stamps. We've got 2 ink spots now. We've got Pumpkin Pie and the Retired Bermuda Bay. Now this one comes with ready cut paper. We've got 2 types of card, 3 sorts of card. So we've got this. So we have a little scene, and then the envelopes. I think the envelopes are all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. So there's stripes on the outside with the cogs on the inside. So, and again we have the instructions to make these 3 cards. So we've got that one, which is stamped, googly eyes on, and then stickers for the flowers. We've stamped the robots and used googly eyes and the sticker on those 2 chests. And then this one is all stickers, bar the stamps. Stamped a sentiment. And these are really good for children because they love stickers. So we've got those. We've got 2 sheets of stickers. And we've got googly eyes. So we've got googly eyes in 5 different colours. We've got the sentiment labels. So you could make, so I've made 3, 6. So you're going to have some extra ones left over, I think, on that one. So I'm going to put those there because I'm going to make a slightly stepped up one. And these are the stamps. So I'm going to make it slightly different using ink color, the Retiring ink colours. I'm going to quick tidy up so I don't lose stuff and forget that and then can't find it. Right, that's better. Put that there. There. Right. So I'm going to use Parakeet Party because it's a really nice bright colour. And then I'm going to, and I've cut a slightly smaller layer this time. But I might even cut it even smaller because I'm thinking of stamping the background. So yeah, so if I stamp, sometimes to make cards you can sort of experiment, but stamping the background is a really neat idea. So I'm going to be using the same colour ink. You can use any colour really, but I'm going to be stamping the cogs on it. So ink that up. I'm so used to having a grid pad on the head that I forget my mat sometimes. So we're going to just stamp. If I've got a scrap of card, scrap of paper, which I just happen to have on the shelf here. You can then stamp over the edge. Like so. Oops, it was a bit lighter there. It's fine. And it can be as random as you like it, but I really struggle doing random because it just doesn't look right. So we're just going to see, I'm doing a pattern now. I really struggle doing random. Okay, I think I'll have one there. So we've made our own stamped background ready. So when this goes on, we just see whether we need to add in more in. No, I think that's going to look good. So, and now we are going to stamp this. So I think we are going to have, I think I'm going to do one red, one soft, one red one that is the sweet sorbet, and then we're going to be using the blue, which is the Tahitian tide. That's a mouthful to say, that is. Right, so I'm going to, I think we're going to have to, this is where I'm probably going to have to clean some of the stamps I've used already. I'm going to run out of blocks. So let's put that one back. And we have a body. I think I'm going to go for a solid body with it. Whoops. Just give that box a clean. That has some ink on it. So we're going to have a little glue robot. So let's stamp his body using the Tahitian Tide. And going to go up there, I think, for him. And then his little head. And because their head and bodies are separate, you can do them how you want to. So let's choose his head there. There we go. And then we'll do the other one. Using the pink, but I'll clean them again. So pop them. Goes all the way around.
I didn't find you.
And then I think we do have another cogs stamp. Whoops. So I'm going to stamp some cogs around them so they don't look as if they're standing on their own. And you can turn it around. Let's put that scrap back. And then we can go off the page. So I'm not going to do quite so many. These look like bubbles to me now. Turn around that way. Right, so I haven't done quite so many as I did before. And then we got this, so need a little bit of green. Oh, no, it's not the same green. My scraps up here, so I just cut off a little bit. So this size is I'm just going to do a slightly bigger matte layer. See how that looks. It's a bit too big. So I need to cut it slightly smaller. So that is it's always hard to cut a slightly smaller one. Like, use my guillotine for that. Let's see if I can do it on here. Yeah. Oh, that didn't cut it straight. That didn't. No, let's try again. Right, is that better? Yep, that's better. Move those out of the way. And because this is going to be quite a small one, I'm going to just mark it with a pencil so I know where to cut it. So you can have that on there. So let's just stick the sentiment onto the matte layer. Like so. Oops. Shifted slightly. So it's a bit dry. We'll stick this onto here, onto the stamped one. Like so. Looks nice like that. That's it. Another card base. I've done. Let's just score that. Just burnish it, sorry, not score it. And we can stick that onto there. So now there is a bow tie stamp. So if I get this, and I've lost the stamps, believe it or not. Ah, I don't know what I've done with them. I've put them somewhere really, really safe, and they vanished. It's not good. They'll turn up. They will. So I'm going. So as I can't find the stamps, I can't have gone very far, so I have not moved. I will have to use a sticker instead, but that's fine. So I'll use this, and I think we can have. I think we'll go for the. Where did I put them? Just have a quick look. Those. How weird. How very, very weird. No, they're not where my ink pads on. Oh, hang on. Said that, no. Sometimes they stick, so I'm just going to look at. Sometimes they stick, and then you lose them, and then you have to go back and try and work out where they are, or what you were doing before you lost them. So I think I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for the Starry Sky, just to be different. Bow tie on him, like so. I'll do the same on that one as well. And you could put on googly eyes, but I think I'm going to leave it just like that, and then I'm going to put that at an angle, I think. Yeah, put that at an angle there. I think there. So I'm going to use some pads for that, which I haven't lost. Like so. And is there anything else I can put on? No, I'm just going to leave it like that. Do I want googly eyes? No, I think I'm going to leave them without googly eyes. So, to recap, showed you two kits. This remedy, this best remedy, and robot buddies, and we've made these two cards using other bits and pieces that we have. So thank you for joining me. If you're interested in any of the kits or having a look, please visit my shop, which the link's on the screen. And next week I will be travelling to On Stage, which is Stampin' Up's conference where we get to see new products that are coming out in May, and we get to see presentations on it and obviously meet up with other demos and have a party. So next week I will have a pre-recorded video which will be our birthday organizer, which is somewhere for you to keep your cards ready for when you have birthdays coming up. So until next time, thank you for joining me, and see you next time. Bye.